Intrepid Wanderers in the land of Madera. I think this is episode 31, so we hit the big 3-0 already. That's pretty exciting, I think. We're just going to go over our little announcements, like always. So first of all, of course, our World Anvil page, which is pretty solid, hasn't been updated in a while because I'm a big, huge slacker, but still totally worth checking out. World Anvil is a great tool if you're into world building at all. The main site is free. You can have spots for your campaigns and your players, and you can add all sorts of things. And they're always adding to it. Profession, I don't remember that being there. So they're always adding to it and trying to make it better. So it's like a growing tool, which is part of what I really love. Sometimes they'll do little writing contests, like, or ask you questions about things you want to write about to kind of keep things in mind to help branch out your world. It's just a super cool tool. Janelle, how are the sales going?
Great.
Okay.
We're getting new stuff.
I think, weren't we getting new stuff last time? Did we just sell out again? Maybe we should order more stuff.
No, we had sold out last time. It's been a while since we've gotten new stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, new stuff. Great, good. You know, once we get the pictures, we could put them on the Twitter, and we could maybe promote them. It's like a thing.
That would require real merchandise, Sarah.
Hey, you stop it. You shut your pie hole. We also have our Twitter page, which is Madera of. It's kind of a weird name, but you know what? It's Twitter, so there. Isaac, what job did I do for you this week?
I don't know.
What is your job?
Tell people about something.
Yep. Tell people about our game and to get more followers on the Twitter. Your job was to.
That's it.
Your job was to get one person in particular on the Twitter page.
Oh. It's done.
It's done because I did it.
Oh.
Now we're at 10 followers.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I did it.
Because I got Noah. I was like, Noah liked this page. So he did. I wasn't even friends with Noah before then. It's so weird. So yeah, we got a big whopping 10 followers. We've only had 15 tweets.
Looks like I'm doing my job real good.
Oh yeah, we also have our videos online. Oh, we've had a couple of hits, 2 views.
Hey, thanks
episode
to me.
26. Wow. Well, 4 views on episode 20. I don't know what happened there, but whew, 4 views.
That's weird. I mean,
yeah.
You think they go through the list, but
yeah. Well, I think that's it for our announcements. I don't know what we're doing tonight. It's gonna be great, like always. So last we left off, you had just killed the werewolf that, you know, maybe you technically shouldn't have been able to kill, but whatever, because we're just playing a game. So, and then you all went to bed because it was a werewolf you beat up. We're not going to mention the fact that he had some dogs in his room also that probably would have attacked you as well, but whatever. Whatevers. Y'all found a room. You took a nap. You went to bed. Anything you want to add to that?
I thought we just took a long rest before we fought.
I mean, we probably did, but it also almost killed us, so we probably took one.
I mean, I'm not that dead.
I mean, I reset because I thought we had gone to bed, so.
I think that.
But I'm pretty sure I got beat up.
Go to bed. I think you must have, because I feel like it was pretty intense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, do I have? Was the werewolf the last? No, that was really the last thing we did.
Yep.
Yeah, where did all the bandits go?
The bandits are still around.
Oh.
Right,
no,
yes,
wait.
because the fight for the werewolf was to see if
Something about letting me into
be a leader,
the
yeah.
band. Yeah. So something
Oh.
about the kid not dying or something.
Oh, right, the kid. You said that
Come
you
on,
would.
Sarah. Aren't you supposed to?
Yeah, I'm supposed to do a lot of things. Welcome to my world. I can't even drive my car right now because it's crashed. So let's just focus up. Yeah. So I think you were trying to come up with a deal to.
No, we had done that. We fought the werewolf, and like they all basically ran away when
I
the
think
guy got loose.
when you
'Cause-
left, if I remember correctly, maybe they all left because you won this thing. You won the battle. And then you left the kid with the two ladies of the evening. And I think
Yes, I
you gave
remember
one of
that.
them a horse, or you grabbed a horse from the stable, and you sent one of the ladies of the night to one of the other towns to help bring back the remaining people.
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds correct.
Something like that happened.
Okay. And then I'm kind of assuming that you took a nap in there because I think I reset Aranari, so that tells me.
Yeah.
Or I can't find her page where I kept track because I'm not very organized because that's the story of my life. I do have some Latin translations if you'd like to see that. I don't know why I have that. But,
That's weird.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I have the Burl fight. The fight with Burl. I don't know if I kept track on a different paper or what, but whatever. So,
I don't even remember, like, were there any of the head bandits left?
Nope, we basically killed them all.
Did you kill...
Oh, well, except for the drunk guy at the stables, but I bribed him to go away.
Right, I think...
No, he came back. He came back, right?
We haven't encountered him since.
I think that they were all just kind of, like, left over and you...
Except for the one guy that turned invisible and disappeared.
Right, that guy. That was a whole different situation. Yeah.
That was the priest.
That's the priest. He's still gone. You looked. I believe I scrubbed back at the video. I was looking at the end, and you looked for the priest, but there's no sign of him.
Right. So shall we continue on our way to Aquila?
Yeah, because that's a place we were going.
It was.
How did we get here anyway?
Sidetracked. But this is still on the way to Aquila.
Oh, wait. Something went... Okay. Alright. Hold on. Let's just pop this puppy up here. I believe... Y'all, this is kind of the map that we were working from. And let me just scroll this other one around so we can actually see it. So you started Thon, Caldor. One of you went south though.
Teddy went south.
I did? I thought I went north.
No, you went south because
yeah.
Cause weren't they like goblins or not goblins?
Yeah,
they didn't like elves.
They
right.
didn't like elves.
It was like a dwarf town.
You only knew that because Aranari remembered.
Right.
So you ended up in Leary. I'll even say, just for the sake of it, that like, because you're together, you would have revealed that that one path went to Coverwatch. Like, you two would have talked about how you took the different paths. So, there are three main roads out of Leary. There's the North Road, which, Teddy, you would know, leads back to Thon Galdor. Coldor. And then there's the Southwest Road, which, Kyphira, you would know, leads back to Coverwatch. And then there's the East Road, and you don't know where that goes. But you kind of knew that was the direction you were heading, was east.
Okay. So we should go get our horses from the stables.
Yeah. I should go get my horses from the stable.
How many horses did you end up with? I think that you actually have quite a few horses.
I think I actually own like... No. I was going to say 3.
You own one.
Because you owned one, but we found 2 more.
2 or 3 more.
2, I think.
2 more.
Wait.
So we have enough horses for each of us to take one.
How do we get...
Oh, no, you're right, Sarah. We did find 3, because then because it would have had to be 3 if we'd given one to the lady.
Oh, right. I think that there were 3 bad guys in that cave. So you gave one to the lady, and then there's one for each of you now.
Yeah.
What about the horse I rode in on?
How'd you get that horse?
I bought
That's
it from
the
the
horse
city.
You had.
Remember, because I
so
I traded Stubby's boot for it. There's also 75 gold in the butt.
No, I don't think it was Stubby's boot. I think Stubby's boot wasn't until later.
No. I traded Stubby's boot for a horse.
That's why he didn't have the one boot. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So I think that 1, 2.
So I had one horse, and Kyphira and the other Aranari had a horse, and then they lost the horse.
Well,
we had 2 horses,
and
then we
one.
lost them.
And then you found 2 more.
3 more, because there are 3 bad guys.
3 more, right? You gave one to
guys.
the lady.
So we have like...
So we have 4 horses right now.
4 horses.
For 3 of us. So really, we could leave one here.
Thing is, I could sell one.
Okay, whatever. Shall we head east?
I mean, yes, but I'm trying to think of what to do with this extra horse. Well, there's no one here to sell it to. We'll bring it to the next town on the outs.
We could also leave it for the little boy who lost his family.
Okay, what's he gonna do with a horse, though?
I mean...
And they already have a horse.
Yeah, they have the one horse. I mean, you can do whatever. I don't care. I just wanna... Seems like we're one horse to the good that really we don't... What are we gonna do with? It's just gonna slow us down.
That horse is gonna be able to go faster than all the other horses that we're riding.
But we're gonna have to keep track of it.
Then... Huh?
We're gonna have to keep track of it.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna sell it in the next town.
Oh, okay.
There's no one here to sell it to because everyone's dead.
But we don't know how far the next town is.
It's minor. Horses eat grass and stuff. How hard could it be? Come on.
All right, Teddy.
We just bring it to the next town.
All right,
and
fine.
then we sell it.
This is worse. This is like having a husband.
Let's just get going.
All right. Oh, my hair is kind of like Aaron, like because she's a halfling.
You just need some gel to like.
Yeah, to turn on. That would be perfect. All right.
Okay, off we go with 4
Okay.
horses.
So, I'm gonna say that it's like morning because you would have rested up and then sent the ladies out. Blah blah blah. How are you traveling as you travel with the horses?
On horseback.
Stop. That makes too much sense. I kind of meant, are you going? What kind of a pace?
Just a normal pace. I mean,
Okay.
rather not like wear them out too fast.
All right. You continue down
I guess
the
like
road.
normal horse riding speed, not
Okay.
like running horses.
Right.
But,
Yeah. Just casual, normal speed. So you go down the path. It's a well-worn path down. It's obvious. It's not like you got to pick it out. You don't see a lot of travel on it right now, which kind of maybe makes you didn't really see a lot of travel also in the town, so it kind of makes sense. But it is, it is an obvious type path.
Probably because of the bandits. Nobody went there.
Oh, there are 3 people here. Oh, look at that. Do do do. Do 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 do. You travel for like the better part of the day. It's I'm assuming you stop, to have lunch, whatever, give the horses some food. Still pretty quiet. It's starting. It's like almost dusk when you start to see kind of like what maybe looks like a town. The smoke from Halquilla is visible before actually you see the town. So what you really see in the distance is some smoke. It's on the cusp of the mountains. Aquila is a town. I guess you don't need all of those things. Roll a perception check.
Oh, I gotta get my dice out.
11.
Let's see here. Perception. 19.
Okay, so you see the smoke off in the distance. Does that make you think anything?
I didn't quite hear that.
There's smoke out. I'm just saying, you do see the smoke rising out of the town in the distance.
Is it like a lot of smoke or just like a normal amount?
Well, I would say this. Based on your roll, you're kind of like, I don't think this is fire smoke. Like, this doesn't seem to be like smoke from a fire.
I'm sure it can't be bad. So it's not like normal, like it's chimney smoke.
Right. No, it's not like chimney smoke, but it's also not like, it's not like the town is burning, is really what I'm trying to say. Like, you look and you're like, I don't think the town's burning.
No
There's
problem.
something else going on, but I don't think it's the town burning.
I'm sure it's nothing our fearless band of adventurers can't handle.
That's what they always say. I don't think I have a map for Aquila either. Ooh, that's awkward. You're gonna have to use the theater of your mind. Alright. So, it's dusk as you approach the town. The smoke is more and more like prevalent, but as you get closer, you notice that it's coming from just like particular buildings. Um, that there's something kind of like some kind of smoky substance rising out of it. Um, it's a it's not like the hugest town we've ever seen.
Like all outside, like through out of the windows and stuff, or just like out of the
No,
chimney.
it's coming out of like chimneys and stuff, but it doesn't look like smoke that you.
Well, maybe they're just burning some weird stuff. I don't know.
It doesn't
these
look
people.
like chimney like fireplace smoke.
Well, maybe they're just weird people.
I think that we're all
Maybe they're
weird
throwing
people.
some weird stuff into their chimneys.
Who isn't weird? So as you approach the entrance to the town, it's still bustling. I'm gonna call it a city. It's not like a well, maybe I don't know what's the word for something that's smaller than a city but bigger than a town. Schmown.
I think it'd just be a large town or a small city.
Yeah, one of those two. Somewhere in there. So, go ahead also and just roll a perception for me. Actually, what's your passive perception?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
My passive is 15.
I think it's 15. I found it. It's all good.
What is it?
Oh, it's about 18.
Oh, okay, great. You notice that the town is really like full of like a lot of different races. You see humans, half elves, half orcs, goblins. Like you're seeing like all these different as you're just walking through town. There's just like a huge mix. There's gnomes. There are a few like smaller giants.
Gnomes.
Centaurs. You see some tieflings, some Aasimar, dragon. Like it's really like this huge melting pot, and you notice that right away. But you also notice a few creatures that you've never encountered before. They seem to walk with a purpose. They're not super social. They look really
I immediately dislike them because
it seems like they're, especially Teddy, you've noticed that it's like they're comprised of like stone and metal. Did Teddy freeze?
Oh, that's weird. That's strange.
But they're walking somehow. And so that's kind of a weird being for you. You see them just around the town. You also notice that the town is built it's built on a hill. So it's kind of weird how the roads go. Like some of the roads kind of go into like a hill. Like a hill goes like underneath and like maybe surfaces a little bit later. So that like there's all these different like little layers of the town. And there are two hills that you notice right away. There's one on the southwest and one on the northeast. So those are like larger like spots. You can't quite reach them yet, but you do notice you can see them out in the distance on both ends of the town. You also notice that everyone is wearing, like, it's weird. Excuse me, people are like, there's a weird color thing going on. Like some people have armbands on and they're specific colors, or they have like a hat, like a funky hat, and like they're specific, like only certain specific colors do you see. Some people have jackets on, but again, it's like very color centric. There's
Some have like stars on their shirt.
I mean the people with the
they
jackets
walk
have
into
stars.
they walk in some they get a star, and then
You're
other people
breaking up.
walk
What
in
is wrong with
somewhere
you?
and they get the star removed.
What? They
No, this isn't like the Dr. Seuss thing.
Oh,
top.
okay. Yeah,
Top.
no.
They aren't getting stars upon theirs.
There are people who are wearing capes that are specific colors. There are some people with belts. So it's just really weird because it's really obvious and you don't see that many people who are not
Wearing one of these specific
right.
hats and belts and cloaks.
Does it seem to be like one race wears like the color of this hat in whatever color, or
It does not seem to be race specific.
fair?
Weird. These people are weird. Hey, Kaifir, don't you think these people are a little weird?
Right, but we do need at least some help, because we need a place to keep the horses for the night and a place to stay.
True. We should find the stable.
That we should.
Should we just wander around until we find it? Should we ask someone?
We should probably ask someone, because I feel like we might be wandering a while if we were to just wander.
I mean, some of these people here are a little bit weird. I mean, the tieflings are cool, because that's just like me, and other people seem kind of strange. And I don't want to bring it up, but there are those weird creature things that I've never seen before.
Is there one of the weird creature things close to us?
Yeah, he's just, there's a weird creature thing just staying on the corner of one of the streets.
I walk up to him and say hi. It and say hi.
Hello. Can I help you?
Yes, I was wondering if you could point us to the directions of the stables.
There are many stables. There are stables in the northeast and the northwest of the town. There are some in the south. Usually people stable their horses with the guild they belong to. What guild do you belong to?
We don't belong to a guild. We're travelers. We just came into town.
Oh. Travelers must stable their horses or animals at the inn they stay in.
Okay, then where's the nearest inn?
Oh, so you mean Kaifira gets to stay at the inn too?
Wow. Wow.
Which guild do you belong to? Which
we
inn
don't
would you
belong
like
to any guild. We're travelers.
The inns belong to different guilds.
Okay, point us in the direction of the Travelers Guild.
There is no Travelers Guild. There is a guild. There is an inn for musicians and performers who belong to the Roving Entertainers and Stellar Troubadours. There is a guild for those who belong to the Simple Salesmen of Ingenious Devices. There is an inn that belongs to Scourge Privilege, and there is an inn that belongs to the Order of the Blue Star. Scourge Privilege and the Order of the Blue Star are both fighter guilds. The Simple Salesman of Ingenious Devices is a merchant guild, and the roving entertainers and stellar troubadours is a bard's guild.
I feel like
And there's no inn in town that caters to people just traveling through?
No, everyone belongs to a guild.
okay, but we don't belong to a guild.
Everyone in town belongs to a guild. If you are visiting and new to town, you must choose one of the inns that best suits your qualities or your interests. Do you want a fighter's guild, a bard's guild, or a merchant's guild?
Probably the Bard's Guild.
That is the Tiny Halberd. That is just down the road to the left. There is a petting zoo at that guild for children.
Oh.
It is also a little bit loud at night.
Bards get loud.
I was gonna say something about the other person, but I forgot her name already.
Aranari.
Yeah, so they even have a place for Aranari.
Aranari hits Teddy.
Ow.
It's really funny.
Why does that keep happening to me?
We're just really clumsy,
funny.
Teddy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
So he explains to you the route is is down the road, take the third left, travel 3 paces to the dogwood tree, turn right, make another left on the second street, look for the building with a
Is
tiny
it a right or
Halberd
left
sign.
turn to Albuquerque?
It's a diagonal step that you take at Albuquerque.
Doesn't
Yep.
a diagonal which direction?
Any direction. Look for the sign with the tiny halberd. That's the name. That is the name of the inn.
Thank
The
you for your
small
help.
pike, I got it.
You are very welcome.
And I head off in the direction he told us.
Okay. You guys all travel to the tiny halberd. You can definitely see the sign outside, which is a tiny halberd. It's a sign with a tiny halberd on it. It says the tiny halberd. It's written in common, so y'all can understand it. You go inside.
Yes.
All right, you go inside.
Where do we put our horses?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh well. I mean, there's a little spot. There's a stable out in the back. So
Is there a stable master, stable keeper?
yeah, there is a stable keeper. You take your horses out to the back. Hello. How can I help you?
Hi. See, me and my companions. There's 3 of us, and we have 4 horses. You wouldn't happen to be in the market for a horse, would you?
Which guild do you belong to?
Well, we just got into town.
We can't. We can only buy things from our guild.
You can't buy things from what?
They can only buy things from their guild.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're part of your guild, obviously.
Make a deception roll. It'd be funny if that was
22.
He says, oh, okay. Then yes, but you should, it must be, hold on. It must be that you have misplaced your hat. You should
Oh,
not
yeah.
be seen.
Yeah,
You should
you know,
definitely fix.
I was just riding so fast it just flew right off my head.
You should definitely fix that
Yeah,
so that we can
yeah,
all know which guild you belong to.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I can see if anyone in the guild is looking for a horse. And are you staying in the inn then?
Yes, we are.
I can house the horse for now, and then I can let you know if I find someone who is willing to purchase the horse.
Yep. Okay. It sounds good.
Okay. Great. What's your name?
Uh, yeah. I am. I am. My name's Teddy.
Oh, Teddy. My name's Rufus.
Nice to meet you, Ruth.
Yes. So I'll let you know if I find anyone willing to purchase a horse from our guild. Is it just a riding horse?
Yeah, I believe
so. It looks
so.
like a riding horse.
It definitely does look like a riding horse.
All right. Okay. I can definitely do that for you. Stabling costs are 6 silver pieces a day. So that also includes feeding your horse and making sure that it's well taken care of.
What, 6 silver, you said?
6 silver a day.
Okay.
Per horse.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I can cover my horse. So.
Yeah, I can cover my own horse.
As can I.
Okay. Okay, so you get your horses all situated, and are you going into the inn?
Yeah, we do go into the inn.
Okay, all right. So you circle back around to the front of the inn. You open the door. It's super busy. It's loud. There are over a dozen other people currently in the tavern. They're singing a drinking song. Someone's playing some kind of a game. There's also a game of darts going on, kind of like the common area. There's two people. You see two Asimar who are tending the seem to be kind of in charge of the tavern. One of them comes up to you, the woman, and just says, "Hello, how can I? Are you looking for a room tonight? Are you looking to stay? Are you a part of our guilds?"
Yeah, I heard that we're supposed to join a guild.
We're travelers. We just got into town this evening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then there was this thing that told us that we have to join a guild. So.
Yes, everyone in town typically is part of a guild. If you're just looking to stay a night or so, then you kind of choose the guild that best suits your interests. If you'd like to join that, I guess that's definitely something we could look into if you wanted. But it is kind of a common thing in town. You'll notice that most people belong to a guild.
Yeah, I think we kind of noticed that when we came in.
In fact, you do.
What else we noticed was there's some like smoke coming out of buildings. Do you happen to know what that's all about?
Oh yes.
Would you?
Also, I'll just throw out that you notice that everyone in this room is wearing a little red fez. Kind of like a fez hat. Yeah, it's red.
A little fez hat?
Yeah, like a little fez hat.
Okay.
Oh, I think I know. Oh, yes, it's the steam. We have some intrepid, inventors in town who have been kind of experimenting with some steam works.
Steam. Yeah.
And that creates
You know, you gotta be careful with that
amount.
steam. You know, you build up too much pressure, and
Yes.
pretty
There have been a few
big
accidents.
explosion.
It's much more common with some of the magic groups, who are working on some of these weird, but they've kind of been working with some tinkerers and such to kind of create some magical steamworks. It's quite exciting. I don't know much about it because it doesn't really happen in my guild, so I just know that something to do with some magical steam and something they're looking at creating.
So, about these guilds.
Yes. Well,
Can you join more than one?
No, you can't. You can only join one guild. That's why you have to. We all wear a certain item that kind of identifies us as being part of the guild. It would be very hard to belong to two guilds because we don't all get along always, so it would kind of be considered a conflict of interest if you were to join two guilds.
I see.
How much would it be for rooms?
Oh, the rooms, yes. Sorry, I was just so distracted by the guild talk. Hold on just a minute. Rooms are 10 silver pieces or 1 gold piece a night.
Okay, here's 1 gold piece. We'll be staying probably at least one night.
Okay, well, we currently only have 2 rooms available, so are you guys... Can you share the 2 ladies, or what? I don't know how you guys all mix up your lives, but...
I hand her a gold piece. Marinari and I can bunk together.
Okay, great. You'll notice that she shows you to the rooms. They're comfortably sized. And, pretty well taken care of. Oh, look, there's Tessa on the side. So yeah, she gets you all set up in the rooms. If you guys want to come down for dinner, you can definitely do that. We do have food going on if you want.
Okay, so quick question.
Yeah?
What would happen if someone managed to join more than one guild?
I mean, I don't know. No one's ever really tried it because everyone has really specific interests. I think it wouldn't... You're new in town, so I don't think people would notice if you were to try to initiate into two
I'm
guilds.
not saying I'm trying to join more than one
Right,
guild.
I'm saying I think at the
Yeah,
point in which
I'm
people
asking for a
figured out,
friend.
at the point in which people figured out that you were into guilds, then that would be the one you would have problems. You could probably, you know, if I saw you on the street and you weren't wearing a red. So my guild wears this red fez, so that's how we identify. So if I saw you on the street and you weren't wearing a red fez, but were wearing a different guild's color and identifier, I would find that quite strange. And then we might call into question your loyalty to the guild, and there'd be a trial. You might be kicked out of one or both guilds, or I don't know, however many you manage to be a part of. And generally, people who
I'm not trying to be a part of more than one guild.
I'm just saying, people who have successfully initiated were two guilds, but then were
So there have been people who have done it.
Yeah, they were subsequently caught and pretty much run out of town because no one else will allow them. Like, it's like you're excommunicated.
Interesting. So does joining a guild net you some sort of perks or something?
Yeah, you get discounted rates on rooms. You get to go to the main guild building, and you can pick up quests there. So we kind of like all kind of have like a main quest board that you can kind of, you know, choose adventures from if you want. As you get better,
we're already kind of on an adventure,
right?
What are we supposed to be doing, Kyphira?
Finding a friend of Tornald's who has information about vampires.
His name is Karn.
Yeah.
Yes, Karn, the
yes, thank you.
Magic user, the wizard. I don't know if I. That's very strange. I mean, there are many magic and wizard users here, so that would. There are definitely many people here. Well, Karn is a very old and powerful wizard. Yeah, I don't really know a lot about the wizards. There are a few guilds. There are 5 guilds, so you could maybe try there if you're looking for him, for a person. I mean, you might be. There are no real wizards.
Okay, and then we try the other guild. Will they just like kick us out or what?
Can you repeat the question? You broke up.
So, like, if we were join this guild and then we try to go to ask another guild, would we just get like kicked out or something?
If you were trying to join, they probably wouldn't know. If you were trying to be stealthy about it, like you were like, I'm not gonna.
No. I mean, like, ask them questions about this Karn guy.
Oh, yeah. It seems like it might be. You might get better answers if you weren't part of a guild, or if you're asking.
So what you're telling me is that actually joining a guild isn't very helpful at all.
What I'm saying is joining a guild if you're just passing through town might not be as helpful as joining and belonging to a guild when you are in town, because, you know, also your guild mates will help you out if you're being threatened or if you need a little extra protection.
Well, that doesn't sound like either of us.
If you want to go out on a quest with friends, then you can ask your guild mates to go out with you. Usually they're more willing to help you because they, you know, you're all kind of a family. But also, I mean, the discount rate's not too shabby.
Thank you. I believe we'll settle ourselves in and head down for dinner.
Great. I'll see you in a little bit. So she leaves. Y'all get to stow your stuffs. But the guild situation's pretty strange. I think it would be hard to decide which guilds it belonged to.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow we'll go to one of the guilds that has wizards and see if we can find Karn. And
It's kind of weird how they've gotten almost the entire town to join guilds.
I mean, I guess if it is meaningful enough to you, you know, that you get something out of it.
I mean, not everybody in the town can be going out on quests and stuff,
Oh,
right?
no. Well, yeah, no, I'm sure that I don't know. What do I know? But maybe like the people, I mean, maybe there are also not guilds that are all adventuring, right? Like maybe there are guilds that are for other things that are more.
But
Like
do
a
the other
farmer's
guilds
guild.
allow for buying and selling outside of the guild?
I don't know. That's a deep question.
Anyways, why don't we go down to dinner and we can figure out how to find Karn
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah, you go down. Ooh. Everyone's rowdy. You go down into the eating area. There's like a bar, and there's a dwarf at the bar. He's a young-ish looking for a dwarf, male dwarf. He's kind of ugly. His skin is pale, and he has dark hair. It's short. He's a little bit chubby. You come to eat here at the Tiny Halberd? Coming for food?
We are.
Just grab a seat, and we'll be over. Someone will be over. Do you know what you would you like to hear the menu?
Please.
Oh, all right. What are we looking for? So let me just. We have some beverages. Oh, we have some wines, some lagers and ales, some liqueurs, and then we have some food. What things are you looking for?
Food mostly.
Okay. You don't want like something to drink? Maybe like a lovely owlbear whiskey.
I'll probably just have water. Thank you.
What about the moose and demon vodka? Sir, are you interested in the
Moose and demon vodka?
Yeah, or the rogue
Sounds
unicorn
like an awful
whiskey.
idea.
Listen, this is just what we have here. We also have a house pilsner if you'd like. But anyways, food. Okay, for starters, we have jam-packed baby artichokes, deep-fried sweet potato wedges, jerky strips, and a bread bowl. There's also some salads. We have rabbit soup and romaine salad, so soups and salads. And then for our main entrees, we have a rotisserie cooked venison, pan-fried rabbit, deep-fried chicken, pan-fried fish, and deep-fried chicken. Deep-fried chicken again. That's awkward.
Yeah, I'll take some ribs.
Oh, okay. We can probably get you something like that. What would you like,
Thanks.
miss?
I'll have the salmon, please.
What? There wasn't salmon. Oh, deep-fried fish. There's pan-fried fish.
Oh,
Okay.
fish. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
And
It's
Arinari
close
is
enough.
like, can I get the pan-fried rabbit, please? Thank you. And, can I also try, how much is the, rogue unicorn whiskey? Oh, that's, well, for a shot, it's, 4 silver pieces and 6 copper. Okay, I'd like one of those and some water. Okay, so y'all find a seat. So all the meals are pretty much 3 silver pieces.
Okay.
Whoa, that's too much. No, it's not. Probably is, though, let's be honest here.
I'll be right back, but I just want to, like, as we're waiting for food, I'm probably just going to look around and people watch.
Okay. Let's see this one.
Yeah, what's going on? What's happening?
Well, again,
in
you
this
know, there are
in this
people
tavern.
drinking and singing. There's the people playing the game and the darts. There's just general banter. Seems like a rowdy place. You know, like it's definitely getting on in the evening, and they're like having a good time. It's kind of a mix because there's only like a dozen people there, but you know, a pretty solid mix of races. They're all just like, hey, ho, drink it up, son, drink it up, son, drink it down. Hey, ho, drink it. Like, they're drunk. There's like a couple at a table, and the woman's just like, okay, but you told me that you were gonna stop doing that, and she's like, yeah, I know, but then I just needed to do it one more time. But listen, it's really important that because of the baby coming and blah blah blah, and she's just going on. It's just, they're all wearing the red fezzes, also. There are a couple people like who also start singing, "Who are we? We're the roving entertainers and stellar troubadours. We're REST." Like, I don't know, they're just singing and crap.
I feel like these people stole.
What was that?
I feel like people stole my name. I dropped a dice.
Your microphone is horrible tonight, and you keep dropping out, or your internet.
Yeah, my internet is awful.
Why?
Because I live in the middle of nowhere. And that's how internet works.
I mean, Sarah also lives in the middle of nowhere.
I do kind of live in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, but she lives closer to somewhere.
That's maybe fair. It's pretty fair. It's pretty fair. Yeah, so it's just a bunch of people, and they're just all kind of like socializing.
I would like to try and swipe somebody's hat.
Okay, so
Probably one of the more drunker people.
sleight of hand.
Yes.
More drunker?
Yes, more drunker.
Oh boy.
It's 28.
Okay, you are definitely able, you know, like the guy's just like this, and you're just able to just take his fez carefully off of his head.
I put it in the bag of holding.
Okay. You now have one red fez.
Yes.
Do I notice Teddy doing this?
Perception?
Red?
It was a 7.
Okay, yeah, you aren't noticing. You're like busy like looking at your food, and you're like, oh, he's so
Just
quick.
like the guy sitting next to me. I'm just like,
yeah, it's pretty stealthy.
Fair.
Teddy, do you want to sing? Do you think they'll let us sing or perform?
yeah, you think they'll let me sing? They'll probably let me sing once. Everyone does.
You can't sing. There's no singing allowed for Teddies.
Oh, well,
that's a
I mean,
shame.
we could group perform though if you'd like.
I mean, we could.
I mean, I don't want to put you. I don't want to make you feel awkward about yourself.
But we're not really part of the guild, so I don't. I don't know.
That's fair. We might not be.
Yeah, they might not
not
want us to
allowed.
because we're not part of the guild. You know, this guild stuff is tricky. I mean, you can do some things, but you can't do everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Arinari is just like, She grabs the. Hey, sir, how do you become part of this guild? Oh, well, first of all, you have to have some kind of talent. In this guild, you have to have talent for music or performing. Um,
Okay, well,
then you have to do some performances. Be willing to kind of like go out and perform for other people. Sing here at the tavern. Uh, Perform some. You have to be good enough to perform at some of the local venues, and then you just pledge your loyalty, and you have to give 20% of your income. It's called a tithe. They're all of the
and sell your
guilds.
soul.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting. I think I'm getting the gist here.
Yep. So
Arenari, this sounds like a worse deal than I've made, and I've made some pretty bad deals.
Arinari looks at them and says, like, do you have to like sell your soul or anything, or like reveal life secrets? Oh no, this is not the Scientology Guild. This is the just the Bard Guild. So
Wait, hold on. How do you know? How? How? How do you know that I'm giving you 20% of my income?
Well, we have standard rates that we perform. You're supposed to tell the guild um, when you perform somewhere, and you have to charge standard rate. You're expected to perform a certain number of performances as part of this guild every month or every week. It's kind of like a weekly, monthly thing. So you have to kind of be performing in order to hit that.
And if someone were to do a couple of performances, like under the table, kind of deal.
So no one in this
How,
guild
how
would go under the. I mean, that just would betray your guild. But some of the other guilds I've heard, like it's one of those situations where like it's all right up until you get caught. I believe the saying goes, in Aquila, anything's legal as long as you don't get caught.
That's a weird saying. Why would you?
That's just the saying. I mean, I don't know. I try not to get myself in that situation, but
Okay, well, if I happen to get caught, I'll make sure to tell the people that catch me that you told me this.
well, I mean, but if you get caught, then it's no longer legal.
Yeah, but
It's
you're
only
you're the
legal
one who
as
told
long
me
as
it
you
was
don't
it
get
was
caught.
okay. You're the one who told me it was okay as long as I
I'm
didn't
just
get
telling
caught.
you it's only legal as long as you don't get caught.
Yeah.
Well, but then if you get caught,
Yeah, but then you're the one who told me that it was okay to do it.
oh no, I'm just telling you it's okay as long as you don't get caught.
Okay, well.
I mean, I'm not the one you have to convince in that situation, anyways. But that's how it works in our guild and some of the other guilds. They're obviously this is the performing bard guild, so you have to do bard type stuff.
Well, your guild sounds like a little bit too much work to me.
Well, I mean, some of the other guilds are much more intensive. You gotta commit a lot more. You're more committed to performing. I mean the bards of enigmatic gender, they are a little bit weird sometimes. I mean, I don't want to judge. It just seems like sometimes maybe they dress as like one gender, and then like the next time they dress as a different gender and they do performances. It's not always like singing. Sometimes it's like a dance or like a theater production in this other gendered type clothing. So and even sometimes they do their face and hair to look like a different gender. It's pretty interesting. It's not really my thing, but it's definitely an option. And then the other guild for performers is the Federation of Opulent Performers. They are a bit over the top in terms of like things they have to wear and their performance style. It's a little bit much for me. It's a little bit, I don't know, the demands.
So what you're saying is that these guilds kind of suck.
Well, no, I think that our guild is great. The Federation of Opulent Performers are a little bit overly concerned with their appearance and clothing. So it's kind of an interesting. I just can't really like. It's more than just the hat that they wear. Like they kind of like add on to that, and it's too much for me. And I think that they're overdressed sometimes. They have like these weird ruffles in front of them. It's just too much. This guild, you can at least.
So how's our food coming along?
Yeah, your food arrives. You get some food.
Cool.
Yep. I mean, this was just local guy that Aranari started talking to. I mean, so if you want to dress foolishly, then definitely join that guild.
Wait, there's 2 bard. I thought there was only like
There's
4.
3.
There are 3.
He's listed off 3 in total.
There's 3 bard guilds.
It's well, they're a musician and performers guild, so it kind of like falls into different.
I thought there
realms
was
of
like
bards.
5 guilds in total.
Hmm.
No,
No,
the
sir.
stone metal guy.
Actually, how it works is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, right now there's maybe like 6 or 7 main guild types. So there's like an artisans guild, there are forgers and smiths, there are merchants, the musicians and performers, the magic users, fighters, builders, thieves guild. Although if you belong to the thieves guild, generally you don't talk about thieves guild. But
First rule of Thieves Guild is you don't talk about Thieves Guild.
yes, it is. So within each guild type, there are several, like a group type, there are several different guilds. So for instance, there are 4 artisan guilds, and there are 4 forger and smith guilds. There are 4 merchant guilds. There are 8 fighter guilds.
What
That's a
about
lot
guilds
of fun.
for wizards and people who...
There are 5 magic
Magic users.
user guilds, and then they each have a. Each guild wears a different type of clothing that like we wear the hat, and some of them have a cape, and then each guild has a specific color that their item has to be. So, for
So the
instance-
bards wear fezzes.
But no, it's hats. The bards wear
Oh,
hats. We
hats.
wear these fezzes. The Federation of Opulent Performers, their hat is quite. It's big and floofy. And the bards of enigmatic gender, they have a little smaller, much smaller little cap that they wear. With flowers on it. It's flowered, but still red.
And
Not red, I
Can I-
mean, they have a different color. Theirs is blue. Sorry.
could I ask a question? Because I didn't want to be rude with the being that I was speaking with earlier that gave instructions to this guild. The beings that weren't wearing the mechanical stone creatures.
Oh, yes. Those are what they call Warforged. They belong to the Magic Users Guild. They're not quite, they're sentient, but not quite sentient, and so you'll usually notice some kind of color on them somewhere that kind of identifies which guild that they belong to. But it's usually like a Magic Users Guild that they've kind of created these beings. There aren't a lot of them around yet, but it's kind of a new thing that they've come up with. So
They're quite interesting. Good at giving
yes,
direction.
there's some ethical questions about like creating life and such, but there's only so much you can control.
Yeah, I'm sure they won't rise up against you or anything.
Great, Teddy. Great.
I mean, that would be a thing. There aren't enough of them yet to rise up against us, so that's perfect. But I mean, Hickwilla's kind of on the cusp of greatness, maybe.
Greatness or
Maybe.
Total disaster.
Yes. Yep.
Cool.
Are you falling asleep on me already, Janelle?
No.
Hmm?
I yawned.
Yeah.
Also, I kind of figured that's where you were going with the beings. That was my guess, was that they were going to be Warforged.
Oh, I already figured that out.
Yeah, no, I was pretty sure that's what they were.
I feel like everybody's idea for Warforged now is just 10T.
I mean, there is that, but I didn't have him identified.
No, with the whole like monotone voice thing.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely came up with the whole like I didn't want them to use contractions or like a very simplified. Especially
That's
for
weird
this
because
game.
I hadn't thought about any of that. I just kind of did. Anyway.
10T wasn't very smart either.
Okay, listen. 10T got some bad rolls.
I last I knew 10T didn't have great stats for intelligence.
He didn't.
I have an intelligence of 6, it'll be fine.
I don't remember. Ooh.
I feel like
Anyway.
that's worth tweeting.
So, Thieves Guild sounds the best. What do you think, Kyphira?
I think we should seek out the wizard guilds and find Karn.
Yeah.
And then
Thieves Guild, yes. I agree. Thieves Guild.
Uh-huh. You do that if you want. Aranari and I look for Karn and try to figure out how we can defeat Isaac.
Look for Karn.
Huh?
Yes, I'm definitely down for locating Karn.
Because we've definitely wasted...
Maybe he's at the Thieves Guild, though. You never know.
We definitely spent a lot of time in Leary. Probably a lot more than we should have. And we need to...
I agree.
Get information to kill Isaac.
Oh, yeah.
No, maybe this Isaac guy's just...
Is he misunderstood?
Maybe you don't have to kill him.
Is it just that he likes his basement better than anything else? I don't know. I never met him, actually.
I don't think vampires have to live in basements, okay?
Well, I mean, I hear that sometimes Isaacs like to stay in basements. That's just a rumor.
I heard there was this one vampire once. I think his name was Dio. He was pretty powerful.
Is there more to that or just that?
I mean, it could have also been Dio. I mean, Dio kind of, I don't know, Dio, they're about the same thing. Anyway. Yeah, Thieves Guild. Yep, I should probably go looking for that. That sounds right up my alley. Or right up there. They're probably in that one. Yeah.
She's like busy, even though it's late. It's like 9:39. She's like, "Oh, I'm just walking around."
Hmm.
I think I'm much more interested in finding Karn than I am the Thieves Guild, but whatever, Teddy. If that's a thing for you, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd also rather find Karn than
I mean, yeah, finding Karn, yeah, top priority, yeah. Definitely not joining the Thieves Guild or anything.
I mean, if
I
yeah,
feel like we shouldn't go joining any guilds.
I feel like if you want to join the Thieves Guild, that's a whole different. I mean, I wonder what you have to do to join a Thieves Guild. I'm definitely not helping you on any quests on that.
I'm
Not
sure
doing
you just have to
anything
steal
illegal.
stuff, right?
I mean,
Not that
I
I've
don't know.
stolen anything.
Bandor.
I feel like it's time for bed. So, Aaron Harry's like, I think I'm gonna go hit the hay now. This is a little bit intense for me.
What time is it, anyways?
It's at 9:40. Haha!
Yeah,
Perfect
Still
time
about
to go
that.
out
I would
and
say that's
try
probably
and
about what time it is. We'll go with that.
What
just
time
go
did
out
you
and walk
say,
the streets.
Sarah?
9:40. I said the current time right now,
Yeah, I got, yeah.
but I think we'll stick with that. Like, that sounds fine.
Okay.
Relax.
Kefir's
There's
probably
still
gonna sit
plenty
and
of
people
time.
watch for a little bit longer just
Okay.
because, like,
Aaron,
I think I will go explore
4
the
hours
town.
sleep is...
Okay.
Don't get into any trouble, Teddy.
Do I ever?
Yes.
All the time you do, actually.
I rarely get into trouble.
That's maybe the biggest line of untruth that you've
Should
said
I-
recently.
Should I roll deception?
Yeah, you should roll deception.
That wasn't very good.
Yeah, I mean, they don't believe anyway, so it's fine. Okay, Teddy, you're gonna go roam the town.
Yeah.
Okay, not Kyphira. Erin already goes to bed. She's already hit the hay. So you exit the tavern, the little inn tavern. Even though it's like 9:41, there are still people on the street, kind of milling about. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
I would like to approach one of the Warforged.
Okay, you wander a little. There isn't any in your approximate vicinity, but you wander a little bit, and you do find a Warforged. You go up to him.
Hey there.
Hello. Can I help
You you wouldn't happen to know where the Thieves Guild is, would you?
you? There are. Wait, let me think. I do not know where the Thieves Guild is.
Well, hey, keep it down a little bit.
They're-
I'm trying to be all
They are
discreet
very
here.
elusive, and their buildings are secret.
Okay, well, what buildings wouldn't be owned by any guilds?
I do not know. My
Okay,
masters
you're not
have
very helpful.
I am very helpful to my master.
And who happens to be your master?
I belong to the Association of Stupendous Sorcerers.
Okay, well, that I don't think you know the meaning of.
What was that?
Nothing.
You know
you
your
wouldn't happen to
microphone
know a
blanked
wizard.
out. Your microphone keeps chopping out.
Yeah, well, I don't care. You wouldn't happen to know a wizard by the name of Karn, would you?
I do not think I do not know of this wizard. He is not part of our guild.
Okay. Well, thanks for the. So wait, okay, hold on. I got one more question, buddy. Here.
Okay.
So, all the guilds wear like different things. So like the bards wear hats and stuff. Could you give me a list of all of the things that they wear? You know what I'm saying?
Um, the ones that I know, the artisans wear wristbands.
Okay.
The forgers and smiths wear aprons.
Okay.
The merchants wear jackets. The fighters wear sashes. The magic users wear capes. The musicians and performers wear hats. And the builders wear belts.
Okay, builders belts. I think I missed one. The merchants.
The
What do they
merchants
wear
wear
again?
the merchants wear jackets.
Yes, jackets. Okay, thanks. You've been a sort of a help.
You are very welcome.
Yes,
Have
I
a
am.
safe evening.
What did the forgers wear?
Aprons,
And the artisans wore the wristbands?
wristbands. I don't know. It was a little bit hard after a while to come up with a thing.
Okay, so it's probably like 9:46 by the time I get done talking to that guy.
Right. It is about 9:46.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna spend I don't know 10 minutes or so walking around town trying to pick out people who aren't wearing any of these things. You know what I mean?
Yep. Okay, so roll a perception check. Or wait, investigation. You're actively looking, so investigation.
Yeah. Okay. This is not gonna go well. It's a 15, so not so bad.
Okay, most people are wearing a little. You do notice like some children not wearing. There are a couple of children out, not a lot because it's
Okay.
late.
Yeah, children.
They're
yeah.
not wearing anything specifically. And you do see one other person kind of pass by you that doesn't seem to be wearing anything.
I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, sir, yes, hello, sir, hello, madam, sir or madam, both,
Sir? Yes.
yes, sir.
Wait.
I see.
Just a minute. Wait, just a minute. Yes. Can I help you?
I happen to see that you're not a part of any guild. Is this correct?
Well, yes, because I'm just passing through town.
I see.
I'm just in here tonight, and I'll be leaving the next day or so. I see that you're also not part of a guild.
Yeah. I too just arrived in town today.
Yeah, I mean there aren't a lot of us. I do some work, so I'm in and out of town frequently, but I'm not really part of a guild. I keep getting pressured to belong to the Merchants Guild.
Yeah, they keep trying to push it on you. You gotta join the guild.
Yeah, I just it's not really I work for too many people, so it's a little bit difficult for me, but it is kind of a prevalent thing in this here city town.
Man, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, you get used to it here. It does make some things smoother, it makes some things harder. I got some really. I mean, when I'm dealing with people, I got some pretty clear expectations. So I know what I'm doing, but also some of the red tape is a little bit ridiculous.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just, just wondering if you were part of a guild.
Yeah, no, I'm not part of a guild. You won't really see a lot of people who are not part of a guild here. That's just my experience.
And how long have you been here?
Well, no, I mean I just arrived this morning and I'll pass through in a couple days. But I've been dealing with this here city for a while.
Oh, so you've been here before.
Yeah, I've been here before. I kind of come in, I go out, I have sell some wares.
You wouldn't know anything about a thieves guild, would you?
Oh, I mean, I have heard that there is I know that there is a thieves guild. Um, I don't know how you join the thieves guilds that, which I don't know how you identify.
Well, I just
people.
heard that there was
I
one.
also have heard that there's a thieves guild. I don't know how you I don't know where they I don't know how you identify them or where they come from or nothing. I just it's kind of a weird situation with them there.
Yeah, interesting. I'm just,
Yeah.
I just hear things.
Thieves are always tricksy. I mean,
Yep.
you gotta stay away from those thieves, right?
Oh yeah,
Tricksy
stay.
people, super tricksy.
Steer clear.
Yeah. I mean, I try to. Someone once tried to steal from me, and I caught him, and I cut his hand off.
Whoa, that's it's pretty
Yeah, I know.
pretty harsh punishment.
Yeah. Well, don't steal from me. That's what I say.
Okay, well, you have a nice night. A good night.
Yeah, you too. City doesn't shut down for a couple more hours. You'll still find people out, but I mean, you have a good one, sir.
I yes. What to do? I'm just gonna. This is an awful idea. I'm just gonna start stopping people and be like, "Hey, have you heard anything about the Thieves Guild?" Just stopping like random people.
Accidentally stops a city guard. Hey, dude, you're the Thieves Guild.
Oh, okay. So you just stop random people.
I'm just trying to collect some information. Hey, have you know anything about the Thieves Guild around this?
No, I don't know nothing about the Thieves Guild. That's a scary lot. I don't want any. I don't want.
Oh,
no
well, that's a
part of
real
that.
shame. Okay,
Don't want no
so
part of
long,
that, sir.
so long, lady, so long, miss. Goodbye.
The next person.
Hey, so you heard anything about the Thieves Guild?
Well, I know there is one.
You're real helpful. Thanks. So long.
I don't know what you're asking.
Okay, well, so long, so long. Goodbye.
Okay.
That next person. Hey, have you heard anything about the Thieves Guild?
Are you asking for yourself or for a friend?
What? Asking about what? Huh? Hmm? What?
Are Are you asking for yourself or for friends? Are you asking to make trouble?
Oh, asking about what? What am I asking about?
What are you asking about?
I don't know what would
Well,
you're just kind of like are you asking? I don't know what. I didn't really say anything.
okay, well then, have a great evening. We'll talk to you. I'm sure I'll see you around. You could always look for the blue dragon.
Oh, is that a good tavern?
She just walks on.
Oh, okay. Well, she's kind of mean. But I could use a drink, so Blue Dragon it is.
Okay.
Hey, Warforged, got thing. You ever heard of the Blue
Hello?
Dragon?
How can I help you?
Blue Dragon. Directions. Go.
Wow, Teddy.
The blue dragon?
Yes.
I do not know a place called the Blue Dragon.
Okay. These guys don't know anything.
No, I know many things. The Blue Dragon is not a place. There is
Okay,
a blue
well.
dragon in the southwest part of town. It is a statue.
A Blue Dragon statue.
Yes.
So it's a statue of a blue dragon?
It is a
Or is it a
statue.
dragon that's just been painted blue?
I do not know the answer.
Okay, well. I mean, they don't serve drinks, but South where?
South somewhere.
Is it like a big statue or like a small statue? Or...
It is bigger than
like a
you.
medium-sized statue?
It is bigger than you, but not as big as a house.
Okay. Well, I mean that's pretty big variance there.
It
Is
is
it bigger
bigger
than
than a
you?
horse.
It's bigger than a horse.
Yes.
Okay. Can I see it from here?
No.
Oh. Well, that's a shame. Okay, well, to the south I go.
After Teddy had wandered off, Kyphira finds someone. Can I look around and see if there's someone who isn't like extremely drunk? Someone
Sure.
who's still
Investigation.
somewhat sober. 14.
Okay, you do find there's the couple that were kind of arguing earlier. The wife does not seem drunk.
They're wearing the fezzes of the guild.
Yes.
Okay.
You really want to get in the middle of that?
Have a husband and a wife. Yeah. No. A single person. Like Kyphira started walking up and went, no. Like
they're just like screaming at each other and just like, oh, that doesn't seem like the best idea.
have a thought, not the right thought.
There are a couple people who have been playing darts and like they've just finished the game. They don't look like they're totally drunk.
Okay, I'd like to walk up to them and see if anyone is willing to give me a lesson on the pan flute.
Oh, Yeah, you go up to one of them and you ask, and he's like, "Yeah, I could probably give you an hour or so if you'd like a little mini lesson. Can do that." Um, so he spends an hour with you to
Doesn't even charge or anything. I mean, he's
Sh-
got those guild dues
Oh,
to.
that's right. He's like,
Really?
yeah. So, I'll do the first hour for free to kind of like see if we're a good combination, and then after that, it's one gold per hour fee to continue training. Actually, I'll say 6 silver piece per hour fee to continue training if you'd like.
Does his name happen to be Winrar by chance?
What? Winwar?
Winrar?
No. Is that a weird?
It's a program on the computer where it's just like, oh, here's your free trial, and then it always just bugs you about upgrading to pay
Oh,
for it, but you
yeesh.
never have to.
That's it's kind of like malware bites.
I'm surprised you've never used Winrar.
What would I use it for?
Unpacking RAR files.
Things I don't need to do.
Okay.
So how'd the
Alright.
first hour go?
I'm gonna do a performance check, I guess.
Great. 7.
He's like, I think we're gonna have to do a little bit more intensive training on you to really get you if you're interested in totally pursuing this, or maybe a different
Maybe a different what?
teacher. He's like, I mean, no, I'll totally help you. This is.
Is there someone you could maybe point me to if you don't?
Well, I mean,
if you're not interested or if you don't have the time to
it's
spend
not
another
that
hour?
I'm not interested. I'm a pretty good. It's more that I don't know if it's just that we're not compatible or you're just not really good at this instrument. That's just my problem. Like some people aren't musically inclined, and it's not an insult. It's just what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's.
No, that's fair.
So I'm still willing to help you. I'm just saying it will take you some time.
He's just saying you probably couldn't join the Bards Guild.
I mean, I can always go try to join the Forge Guild or one of the Forge Guilds. But
yeah, I mean, it's okay that you're here. Not everyone fits in.
that's fair. I buy him a drink for his first hour, and then I go up to my room.
Okay. Oh, yeah. He's like, thanks. I mean, if you want to come back anytime for more training, totally willing.
Thank you.
And then you go up to your room. Teddy. You wander for a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta find that blue thing.
Okay, you do find the blue statue. It's kind of like a little it's a statue, and then like it's got a little like pool, a little fountain around it. It's not really a fountain because there's no water spouting from the thing. There's just a little water.
So it's just like a pool.
Yeah, like a little pool in the middle. There's a blue dragon.
That's weird. I'm just. Is there anything is just?
You were breaking. Oh, well, you broke up.
It's just a statue. Nothing special.
I mean, investigate.
Okay, it's gonna be real good. It always is. Oh, that's not so bad. It's like a 17.
Okay. You go over the whole statue. You look at it. You even like tromp into the water a little bit. You like to really like get down and dirty. You don't notice anything specifically like that's like thrown like. There's nothing like magical about it. There's no traps. You like, it's just a statue in the middle of a fountain that seems fairly ordinary-ish. Perception though.
9.
You notice that there are a bunch of buildings around.
Cool. There's just a statue in the middle.
It's a statue and it's
Is
surrounded
it like a
by
square? Is it
buildings.
like a small square?
The
Like a town
statue?
square sort of?
The statue is
No. Is the statue in like a village? Like a village square or something?
yeah,
like?
it's surrounded by a bunch of like little buildings. With a couple like different little pathways out of it. Like it's the fountain, and then there's like cobblestone around it a little bit, so it's a little courtyard, and then there are buildings, and then a couple different like spokes of wire of roads that go out.
I want to go around and what do the buildings do they have like lights on or something?
Yeah,
candles.
Some of the buildings have lights on, even though it's kind of dark. There's a couple that still have lights on. A lot of them are darkish though.
I happen to just like peek in a window. Does it look like they're guild buildings or like just houses in general?
Perception.
Ooh, actually good. 23.
Okay, well, you look in a couple of the buildings. It seems like one is like a warehouse kind of build, like there are people still like milling about, moving packages and such. One of them is like a family home, it looks like. And another one, it's a little bit hard to see in, but it does seem to be like there are a lot of people in there that are doing something. Seems the most suspicious to you that it might be a guild building.
So there's like a bunch of people in there.
It's really hard to look in because the windows are...
The windows are kind of blacked out, maybe?
Yeah,
they have
but
curtains?
from your perception, you're able to, like, hear in that it's pretty, like... There's activity in there.
Oh, so I can't really see in.
You see in a little crack, you see some light in there, you see some movements of people, and some noises.
Interesting. I'm going to keep a note of which building it is.
Okay, yeah, you, like, mentally keep a little note that it's a brick building.
Close to the
Close
dragon
to the
statue.
Yep.
I'm gonna go and admire the statue a little bit more.
Okay,
just stand there for a few more minutes, maybe like 5 minutes, just staring at the statue.
Okay, you go out there, you stare at the statue. As you're out there, someone comes up to you and says, "It's a pretty nice statue, isn't it?"
Yeah, it looks pretty nice statue.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, the builder was one of the first people to live in this town.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yes.
I don't think I would have known that if you hadn't told me.
Well, that's why I like to tell people stuff.
Have you been in this town a long time?
Yeah, you notice that this person is wearing a sash. He's like, yes, I've been in this guild for many years. I mean, I've been in this town for many years, sorry.
I see you're part of one of the fighters guilds.
Yes, I am. I am one of the gregarious urchin nobodies.
Okay, that's a really weird name, but I'm gonna insight check him on that.
Okay.
That's a 20.
I mean, he appears to be telling the truth.
Okay, what a guy, dude.
He's not lying about it because obviously he's, wearing the clothing and stuff that seem to indicate that.
Yeah, I'm I'm just new in town, just traveling through, trying to find somebody, a friend of a friend, who I was told was in this town.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this is an interesting spot for you to have wandered to.
Yeah, I was just walking around, and the statue caught my eye. It was
Hmm.
it's kind of big, but it's not too big. Bigger than a horse, not as big as a house. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That sounds like a pretty accurate description.
And, it's just kind of here.
Right. You gotta appreciate the beauty that is there in front of you when you see it.
So, what brings you to this statue?
Um. Well, I was just doing my final rounds, checking in with some friends.
And you just thought, oh, that guy's just looking at a statue.
I did just think, it's interesting that there's someone who seems unaffiliated with any guild just looking at the blue dragon statue.
That's what the blue dragon is. Well, that's pretty obvious, right? It's a blue dragon.
I mean that's why it's got that blue color to it.
Yeah. So, is there anything special about this statue? You said it's been here a long time.
It has been here a long time. One of the original townspeople, townsmen, designed the blue dragon as kind of a symbol of what's the word I want to say? Cunning, maybe. Ingenious cunning.
Ingenious kind. That seems like a running theme in this town. It seems like a lot of guilds that use the word ingenious. But who am I to judge? I mean,
Wait, what? No, I don't. One. No, just one. The simple salesman of ingenious devices.
okay. Well, I could swear I heard it more often.
I just want to make sure I've. There's just a lot of people who come to this this particular spot. Um,
A lot of people
like
come here to say.
people who come to this spot are sometimes looking to prove themselves.
Prove themselves how? I'm new to town. I think I told you this. I'm pretty new.
Yeah.
I just showed up today.
I mean, It's just a thing that happens. But you know, if you're new to town, you're not looking to prove yourself, then you got nothing to worry about.
Like,
Just
what do
looking
you
at a
mean? Prove yourself
blue
how?
dragon.
I don't.
Well, if I have to explain it, then obviously you're not ready to prove yourself.
I'm just. I just don't. I just. It doesn't work right now. What am I? What am I? What's trying to be proven? I don't get it.
Well, if you don't get it, then obviously you don't need to get it. Obviously, I've misjudged you. I'm so sorry to have interrupted you, sir. Hope that you have a lovely evening. And the guy walks off.
Weird. Where does he go? I want to follow him sneakily.
I feel like Teddy keeps blowing his chances of actually finding the guild.
Look, I'm following him. I'm stealthing and I'm following this guy.
Okay, roll stealth.
Dark. That's even better. 28.
Okay. You are stealthed. You watch the guy. He, how far back are you trying to stealth him from?
As far back as I feel comfortable.
Okay. Well,
as far forward as I feel comfortable.
Sure. You notice that he walks, kind of leaves the zone, that particular zone. He walks maybe for a mile or so, where he's just like making a big loop around an area. He stops in a few buildings for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes, comes back out, continues on, does this several times, and ends up like looping back to the area with the
statue.
With the statue, thanks. It's getting late, so you know I start to lose it. And he roll perception.
This would be awful. Yeah. 9.
Okay. He kind of like is around the area where the statue is, and you lose sight of him.
What?
Yeah. I mean, not like he's not like standing by the statue, but he goes down a little side, like one of the different roads, and like turn somewhere, and you like go to turn down that same spot, and like you can't figure out where he's gone from there. I think that you should have rolled survival to actually follow him, but
probably I would have rolled poorly, but something's up with this guy. I don't know. I'm gonna go back to the statue.
Okay, you go back to the statue. At this point, I'm gonna say it's probably like 11 o'clock.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just kind of like pointing it out to you. You go back to the statue, or are you just gonna chill out there?
I'm going to get on top of the statue.
Okay. Are you gonna you just gonna get on top and then get off again? You're gonna hang out there? You're gonna try to ride the dragon?
I'm gonna get on top of the highest point of the statue, and I'm gonna sit up there.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So you climb up on the statue. You sit up there, and a few minutes later, the same guy comes out, and he's like, "You must really like that freaking statue."
It's that's it's it's weird seeing you here again.
I mean, not as weird as it is to see you on top of a statue.
Or you get a better view up here.
Fair enough.
Taller than a horse, not as big as a house though.
I feel like that's gonna be the new. Actually, let's just take a minute here. Let's go here. No. I got too many keyboards.
Bigger than a horse, not as big as a house.
It's bigger than a horse, but not as big as a house. Hashtag Teddy. Teddy the Bard. Actually, I'm gonna say Teddy
Okay,
the Bard.
it's not my quote. I'm quoting somebody else.
And then we'll just do hashtag.
Oh no.
Okay, that's appropriate. We should be doing more. We should be having more tags and things. Okay. So
That should be the hashtag. Is bigger than a horse, not as big as a house. That's the hashtag.
maybe it should be the hashtag. Yeah. So how's the view up there? Have you seen anything interesting?
It's pretty nice view up here, you know. I saw you kind of like walk around a little bit, walk around town, circle back around here, you know. I don't know what you're doing around these parts, but kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I wonder myself what I'm doing, but you know, circling around and checking things out seems to be part of the job as someone who you know, tries to make sure that there's peace and order in the town, don't you think?
Peace and order, huh?
I mean, that's what a fighter normally does, helps control the peace and order.
Isn't that what the guards are for?
Well, guards are also part of a guild. They're part of the Fighters Guild.
That's weird.
No one in town is not part of a guild unless you're a small child. Are you a small child? Or a visitor?
I'm a visitor.
Oh, okay. Well,
Who's secretly a small child.
It explains why you're
Who's
not part of a
probably a
guild.
small child.
Is there a guild that you're interested in joining?
You know, not really. I wasn't. None of these guilds here seem like anything I'd be able to be a part of. You know, I thought about the Bards Guild, but it's like you gotta give them 20% of your money. You know, you have to perform so much time. You know, it's just these guilds, they just don't seem like, you know, my kind of.
You froze again at my kind of
thing. That's all I said.
Oh, okay. What is your kind of thing?
You know, just doing my own thing. You know.
That's fair. It's fair. Some people like to do.
I'm still sitting on top of the top of the dragon.
Not everyone is, you know, into the guild life. They don't live in this town if they're not part of the guild life. But I mean, not everyone is into guilds. It's fair.
I didn't choose guild life. Guild life chose me.
Right. Yep.
Wow.
So what? You just got stuck doing night shift or what?
Yeah, I like the night shift. It's nice, you know. You get to see the crazies out at night, see what's going on.
Sitting on top of dragon
Sitting
statues.
on top of dragons. This is a first for me.
So, you wouldn't happen to know anything about that building over there, would you? And I point to the brick building that was like closed off.
I would happen to know about that building. Yeah.
Because it was kind of interesting. It's like all the other buildings around and stuff are like, kind of open and stuff, and but this one's kind of like, you know, not too many windows. It's weird. It kind of stands out.
Well, there are windows. They're just very boarded up. I think
Oh
that's
yeah.
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 Yeah. No. Um. That is definitely a unique building in this town.
Well, what's up with it?
Um. It's a place for special people.
Special people, huh?
Yeah.
Like what kind of special are we talking about?
Special interests.
Special interests.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well you're not really elaborating. You're just kind of saying this different words that mean the same thing.
Well, um, yeah, it's kind of the rule of the building. You don't really
Oh,
talk
okay.
about it, right?
Yeah, see, so okay, I see what you're saying. It's kind of a rule, huh? Like,
Right. It's
is it
kind
like
of a
the
rule.
first rule?
It's like the first rule, and then like also the second rule, and then the third rule. It's a lot
Okay,
of the
see,
rules.
because that's interesting. Because the first person that I talked to about a place with that, they only knew like the first rule, the three rules. So
So now what? You froze again.
Yeah.
so something's up with this. Something's up with this
Oh,
guy.
something's
He
up with
knows like
this.
three rules.
Oh well, I'm
He
just
knows like
saying.
three rules, and everyone else knows only like one rule.
I'm pretty sure the rule's always the same rule.
Okay, well, everyone else that I talked to, you see, full rule. So, um, yeah, what's going on here?
Just, well, if you'd like to learn more about that particular building, you kind of have to be willing to partake in the initiation process.
Initiation, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, what does it entail?
Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure your intentions.
I'm not sure of your intentions, so we're both unsure of each other at this point.
Well, if one was interested in learning about that particular building, they would have to do something to prove that they understood the people who belonged to that building, that they were loyal to them.
Okay, so what's got to get done? You're kind of like something's got to get done, but you're not kind of
Yep.
you're kind of not
Yep.
telling me what's got to get done.
It's fair. Well, I mean, I tell you what. If you're interested in learning more about this building, then meet me back here tomorrow night at 9.
I can
And
probably
then
do
he
that.
walks off.
Okay. Well, that was rude, sir.
Tomorrow at 9.
In the morning? That's pretty early.
No, at night.
Oh, okay. That's pretty late.
Fun things happen at night.
Well, I'm just gonna jump off. That's a thing I can do, right?
Mm-hmm. Acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics. 17.
You jump off.
Yes. Well, so long, mysterious Fighters Guild man. I'll see you tomorrow at 9. And I head back to the small pike.
Okay. Hatchet. No.
Tiny halberd,
Tiny halberd.
except it's a small pike. Just like the double doors.
You mean twin hinges?
No, it's the double doors.
If you say so.
I do.
Okay, but you're wrong.
Okay. What a guy, dude. Why can't these people just be straightforward and be like, yeah, you gotta do this?
Because.
You have to prove yourself. Okay, well, what am I supposed to do, dude?
Oh, all right. So, Teddy, you go back to the whatever, the place, the tiny halberd. You go to bed.
Yeah. Seems as how I've wasted the day and I can't do any reading.
Okay. Well, you go
Is
to
that
bed.
still a thing that I have to do?
You what? Read.
I still have to read, but the day's kind of done.
Right. That's fair. Okay. So you go to bed. Kyphira, you wake up first, followed by Aranari.
As usual.
Right. Like, it's like pretty early. 6 or 7. Wake up.
I'll go down and grab breakfast.
All right. I mean, Aranari goes with you, and so what do you think Teddy did last night?
Probably went in search of the Thieves Guild. The question is, did he find it, or did he ask a guard for how to find it and then get arrested?
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I don't. That's pretty solid. That's a good question. So are we gonna just like try to hit up all the magic guilds today?
I was actually going to see if we couldn't use the Warforge to expedite the search. Find ones from different guilds and ask them if Karn is a member of whatever guild.
Oh, that's a good strategy. It's a good strategy.
That way we aren't running all over, well, we aren't entirely running all over the city for nothing.
Right. Oh. Yeah, that would be
And if that fails, then maybe we find a library somewhere.
Oh, who doesn't love a library?
So,
are we gonna wait for Teddy, or?
I feel like he's gonna be sleeping in. I mean, if you want to wait, we can.
If he's even there.
Yeah, if he's even there. I don't know.
I think I'm more.
Could be in jail. Could be hiding from the guards.
Actually, Aranari's like, wait just a minute. She goes back up to the stairs and she just knocks on Teddy's door. Teddy, are you in there?
Just 5 more minutes.
Okay, do you want us to wait for you? Teddy, It's fine if you're gonna sleep in, but just like, do you want us to wait?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, she goes back downstairs.
So how'd that go?
Well, he's there, so that's good. I think he's still sleeping.
Okay.
It's just more a question of, do we, if we leave now, we've kind of split the party, which maybe Teddy would do anyways, so that's the only question.
Yeah, I mean, we could wait for him, but we have no idea when he got in last night. So I'd rather not waste a lot of time, especially, with vampire attacks imminent.
That's cool, Kaifer. That's really cold. Alright.
Hey, I'll wait for Teddy if you want to wait for Teddy.
Well,
Teddy is getting up no earlier than 9.
maybe we could just leave a note for him where we're going. Or when to meet up, like, meet us at noon at the red oak tree or something.
Or we could just say meet back here at dinner time. Because we don't know if we find him how long we'll be gone.
Okay. But yeah, we can do that if you want.
Yeah, I think it might be best just so that we can continue our search. So Kyphira just kind of writes a note and goes back up and slips it under Teddy's door. And then I kind of head off to find one of the Warforged.
Okay. So you go outside and you look for one of the Warforged. You see one. Just standing there in the corner, holding a bunch of stuff, bags of things.
I walk up to him and say hi.
Hello. How can I help you?
I was wondering what guild you're a part of.
I'm part of the Organization of Magical Giants.
Do you happen to know if there's someone named Karn in your guild?
I do not know that person.
Do you know the names of all of the members of your guild?
I believe I know all of the members of the guilds.
Okay. And you don't happen to know the members of any other guild?
I do not really know the members of the other guilds, no. I do know some of the leaders of the guilds, but not all of the people.
Are any of the leaders named Karn?
No, they're not.
Could you point me to a Warforged that belongs to a different guild?
I do not see any here. You can look. Just a minute. You can look at their arms. They will have a band that indicates which guild they belong to. So he points to his. I belong to OMG, so I have a green band.
You belong to OMG, so you have a what?
A green band. The Organization of Magical Giants. We are green. Our color is green.
Okay.
We belong to the people who wear the red capes.
Thank you for your help.
You are welcome.
So I just kind of wander around looking for Warforged that have any
Okay.
other color but green on their armband.
You find one that has a red band.
Okay, I stop him and ask him if anyone named Karn is in his guild.
No.
And what guild do you belong to?
Wizard Haven of Artful Majesty.
It's quite the name.
What was that?
I said that was quite the name.
It spells WHAM.
Okay, on to the next color. Like, literally, Kythira's plan is to find
Okay.
the...
So, do investigation for me.
And literally, the question is going to be the same each time.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Okay. I mean, it takes you a couple hours to find Warforged from all of the different guilds. I would say you find one that also goes to the Yellow Guild, the Association of Stupendous Sorcerers. They also have not heard of Karn. And you find a blue marked Warforged, the Blasphemous and Artful Magicians. And that Warforged also has indicated that they do not know of anyone named Karn. Of any wizards named Karn.
Okay. This isn't working out as I'd hoped.
What does work out as we hoped?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing the first time around.
Right.
Pretty much. Do you have any ideas, Aranari?
Well, we could look for the guild buildings and talk to them. I definitely know that Talmud said that Karn was part of this. That Karn lived in this city.
Are we sure he's a wizard?
Oh, I'm definitely sure he is a wizard. Or a sorcerer of some kind. He is definitely a magic user. I do know that for sure.
Okay.
Talmud used to talk to him about him quite a bit, and he has done some pretty impressive magic. He was
Did
yes.
did Tarlnud didn't he mention something about a library? Do you think maybe Karn spends a lot of his time in the library?
That is possible that he spends time in the library. We could go to the library and check it out.
Might not be a bad idea.
Okay.
I grab just a random Warforger person, whichever's closest, and ask for
grab a
directions.
person.
And ask for directions to the library.
Ah, yes, there are 3 libraries here. The largest is the Hi, Tessa. Two seconds. Okay, there are 3 libraries. The largest is the Library of the Lending Lost. There's also a smaller library called the Library of Acquired Natural Holding, and the Library of Awful and Mad Behavior, which is pretty much specializes in people who have been mischievous in their life.
And what was the second one? Acquired.
Natural holding. I don't know. I didn't come up with the names. That's just the name of the library.
That's fine. Do you think you could point us to the Library of the Lending Lost?
Sure, it's just down this road. It's probably like half a mile, and you turn right on Bleecker Street. And then go down that like two roads and turn left on Servo Lane, and you'll see it right there on the right.
Thank you.
You're super welcome.
Well, I guess we're gonna head to the library.
All right, you go to the library. To the library. To the library.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, dude, there used to be a library song that we used to say. I used to make the little kids sing, so.
Oh.
That was not actually the tune. I wish I could remember it. It was adorable. Anyways, you go to the library. There is a dwarf at the door. Just as you
Hello.
enter. Hello. How can I help you today?
We were wondering if we could do some research here.
What guild do you belong to?
We don't belong to any guild. We're travelers.
Okay. You can have a 2-hour pass then. To the library. Sure.
Okay. Is there anyone inside that might be able to help us find what we're looking for?
Oh yes, there are librarians inside. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
You are quite welcome. It gives you actually a card. It's like a red card. It says 2 hours. It kind of indicates when you arrived.
Darn. Okay, so I guess in we go.
All right. There's a main central desk, just like on any good library, and there's a tiefling librarian. Actually, a furbolg librarian. Hello. How can I help you?
Sorry. Hello. I was wondering. Well, I have 2 questions. The
Sure.
first one,
we
have
do
you
answer
ever-
questions here.
Have you ever encountered a wizard named Karn?
I don't know that I've encountered a wizard named Karn. I am familiar with the name. He's a wizard who played an important role in some of the wars a few years ago, but I've never met him myself.
Do you know what guild he's a part of?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know he lived here.
A friend of ours said that we might find him here in Hikwa, but so far we haven't had any luck.
Oh, well, wizards can be elusive. Especially somebody that, I mean, historically speaking, he's probably a pretty powerful wizard. He was, helped defeat pretty powerful people. Probably has some pretty powerful spells at his back pocket. Probably if he didn't want to be seen.
You're probably right. Then on to my other actual question.
Yeah, sure.
Where might we find information on vampires?
Oh yeah. Let me see your pass.
So sure, the 2-hour
okay,
pass.
Yeah, okay, you got a 2-hour pass, great. So he leads you off to the vampire. He's like, I'll give you like 3 books here just because you're on a shorter pass. 3's probably about what you can handle right now, I think, between the 2 of you. If you need more, I can find some more for you, but just trying to spare having to pull all the books off the shelf and then put them back on the shelf. It's kind of a task, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't write in the books. There's no stealing books. You know, the normal things.
Of course. So we start reading and see what they have to say about vampires.
There's some information about vampires. It's kind of more like vampires existed. Talks a little bit about the qualities that, like, you know, make vampires vampires, that they're undead. That this website's not helpful. You learn that they are humanoid beings that are neither dead nor alive. They're undead. They feed from the life force of living things. They have red eyes, long fangs. You know that you learn that they're strong, they're speedy, and they like to charm people. They look similar to whatever they look like in life. You learn that getting bitten by a vampire is bad. Especially if you get bitten by a vampire and then you're like buried in the ground and then you rise the next night. That's a vampire spawn. You don't want to be that. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a whole process. Vampire spawn are pawns of the vampire that turned it. They're completely under the control of their sire. But if the vampire spawn drinks the blood of a true vampire, then it will become a true vampire. They generally keep to themselves and shy away from others. Piercing them with a wooden stake will kill them. Oh, well, it will paralyze them. But if the vampire is already dead and you stake it, then it will kill it.
But, so, stabbing it with a wooden stake paralyzes it.
Right.
How do you kill it?
Well, if you get it down to, like, 0, if you basically beat the crap out of it and then stick it once it's, like, passed out, like, it doesn't use the word hit points, but if its hit points are at 0 and then you stake it, then you can kill it. They can't enter a home without being invited. They're sensitive to sunlight. They can control other people through eye contact. They tend to be homebrewed, so they're kind of weird to really describe. Although I think that there is an actual vampire description somewhere. You also learn that they like to show up. They are, what's the word I want to say? A vampire in love will do anything to impress his love.
Maybe Isaac's just in love with somebody and trying to take over the world to prove his love.
Right? I mean, that's what I would do. If I was Isaac.
Yeah, that's makes perfect sense.
It's so much sense.
I mean, it said that they're usually
Pretty shy and reclusive.
Yeah.
But if they're in love, kind of changes up the game.
Does it mention any other weakness, like besides the wooden stake?
Sunlight. Remember, sunlight.
Right, sunlight.
And silver. Silver items, silver weapons.
Fair. Sunbeam is a 6th level druid spell. Damn. I was like, I remember there being a sunbeam somewhere.
Yeah, you know.
That's a few levels away.
It can't be a few levels, are you right now?
I'm 3 in druid, 3 in fighter.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
multi-class.
Right, yeah. I was like, that's not those markers. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so, after you 2 hours, they come find you and they're like, yep, so, looks like your 2 hours is up. Also looks like it's time for you to go to bed, so...
Thank you for your help.
You're so welcome. You want to come back tomorrow for 2 hours? That's great. Unless you want to join the guild. Don't ask which guild it is, because I don't know right now. My brain's not working.
Okay, I was gonna say, which guild is that one?
I don't know. I'll come up with them later. I'll be like, it's this guild. Right now, I just... I want to go to the Sleepy Guild.
The Nap Guild?
Yeah, I would like to go to the Guild of Naps.
Okay, well, I guess... What time is it after we leave the library, out of curiosity?
Let's just say it's like noon. It's lunchtime.
Okay.
Sounds like the perfect time for Teddy to wake up.
That does sound like a good time for Teddy. It also sounds like a good stopping point. So, we'll,
Yes.
in 2 weeks. So not next week, but the next week. Everyone have a great night, and, catch us on the YouTube, or tweet us, whatever you want to do to keep us in check out our World Anvil page. Be safe, make good choices, and don't forget, the first rule of Thieves Guild is you don't talk about Thieves Guild.
Yeah, you also don't say anything about how to get into Thieves Guild.